What's up guys, thanks for tuning into the channel. So today we are going to be taking the color from the C8 Z06 and we're going to put it on the BMW S1000. Now how we're going to be doing that is going to be with this. It's going to be vinyl wrap that we're going to wrap the bike and make it pop just as much as that C8 Z06 does. I like having something that's a bit unique that you don't see around, and it would make it kind of unique to the channel. So we're going to be wrapping it in this. This comes from Avery Dennison. It is their stunning satin color. I'll have links in the description if you're interested in this color in particular. I love their vinyl wrap. Their vinyl wrap is really good to work with. It's really easy, even for a beginner like me. Believe it or not, even though I wrapped this car by myself, I'm still a beginner. This car right here is the second car I've ever wrapped, or wrapped anything in particular. And now we're gonna go from that to wrapping a bike, which I find is gonna be a little bit more complex to do. You just have more curvatures, sharper lines, and it's one of those, it's just gonna get more complicated. And as you can see, I started doing a few little spots. So actually, let's take a look at those little spots just to give you a good preview. Now, I've already started taking apart the bike. As you can see, like the windshield is off and everything, or windscreen, however you wanna call it. And then I've taken the front tank off as well, the front part of the tank. This is the first time I'm actually ever taking this bike apart, at least all the fairings, so I'm kind of learning as I go. But in any case, you can see the vinyl work that I've done already here, like the little sides and the back piece. And in general, I'm at least somewhat pleased with how it came out. It's not the best work. I'm probably going to have to redo it, and by probably I'm going to redo it. It's more of I was trying to experiment and see how it came out, and I'm not sure if it's getting caught on the camera that well, but there are a few imperfections, a few wrinkles that I'm just, at least for now, it's okay, but eventually I'm gonna redo this whole entire section. But this gives you an idea of the color scheme that I'm gonna be going for. Basically, everywhere that is white, I'm going to change to this color right here. It's a little bit of excitement and a little bit of nervousness because this is gonna be way more complex of a curvature to get done. I'm gonna have to do things like take off this fairing just so I can go and take off this winglet. So I have a little bit easier of a time applying this vinyl here and doing things like taking off the little emblem. So that'll make the job a little bit easier. I'll probably re-put the fairings back onto the bike just to hold them in place without the winglets so that I can have it that it's not moving anywhere as I'm applying this vinyl. And then doing things like the gas tank is gonna be interesting because while I can apply the vinyl and such, doing certain areas like the gas tank cover itself is gonna be a little bit challenging. And I'm not gonna be removing these parts right here, mostly because I just like how they are with the little M badge and everything, and I don't wanna have to like reinstall new ones. Even though technically that would be the proper way to do it, I am gonna take a slight shortcut there just to make my life a little bit easier. Unless it comes out really terribly, I'm gonna try to keep those. And then yeah, going to other little finer details like the front sections right here. I like the RR lettering. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna try to make some other vinyl in like black lettering to go against that, because that would look pretty cool if I had the orange with like black RR lettering. I think that would look really cool. And then I'd have the New Horizon logo and like the QR code kind of deal. So you would know that this is the New Horizon BMW S1000, and it'd just be really unique and cool looking. Now, probably also the next most challenging piece is gonna be this piece right here, just because it curves around so much. And it's just something I'm not used to. So we're gonna have to see how that looks. I might just have to give in and do like maybe a carbon fiber front wheel fairing, just so I can have it that it just matches the black sections if I can't get this vinyl to work. I wanna get this vinyl to work on there, but we're gonna see how well it does. Again, I'm not an expert. I've done a decent job with this vinyl wrap on the C8 Z06, but it is gonna be a completely different beast when I do the BMW. And then you have things like it's saying S1000 on the side here. I do wanna kind of continue that trend and do maybe in black lettering S1000, maybe with like also a New Horizon sign right here or logo here. Like I said, this is gonna be a little bit of experimentation. I have never done anything this complex with these many complex lines. So even though this is a much smaller amount of vinyl that I'm working with compared to this or that, was way easier to try to install than it's gonna be on here. So in any case, we can get started. We're gonna take off the side fairings, like I said before, and take off those winglets so that we can actually have a good, as flat surface as possible to install this vinyl and kind of go from there. So let's get going. Alrighty guys, so we have finished installing all the vinyl wrap on the BMW S1000 and I think it came out freaking fantastic. Now the install itself took about 30 man hours or so to do, which all considering with all the different complex curves and stuff going on, I mean, it does not surprise me. I mean, the C8 Corvette, when I did it, took me 50 man hours to do. A little bit less surface area to work with, but just way more complex in regards to all the different surfaces. And I'm just glad that I got it done. And by all means, it is not perfect. I mean, I already know that pretty much every single panel on this bike needs to get redone at some point. It's just one of those things, I don't have that much experience. This is like the third time I've ever wrapped anything. So the fact that it's wrapped and it looks like half decent, I give myself like a C plus maybe a B minus if I'm feeling generous. There are certain wrinkles that you still see, and there's certain spots that, you know, the white still sticks out. In particular, I had some difficulties with the tank section. That tank was probably the most difficult spot to actually do, because it involves not only curving it forward in regards to like the curvature of the forward, but then you have complex big curves on the sides. And even though I had those tank pads, so I have less to worry about, it still was starting to wrinkle right near the edges. And in the end, it was looking really, really bad. So what I decided to do was I decided to break it up into sections, and I'll just show it to you right now. I didn't actually show it in part of the video with the actual install, just because I had forgotten to hit the record button. But this part right here is carbon fiber vinyl, so it's like gives it a nice two-tone effect. But all this section, all this section right here was wrinkled and just did not look good. But now it looks a lot cleaner because I was able to do it in like multiple sections so that it could actually come out really, really good. And yeah, like I said, you see a little bit of little wrinkles here and there. I don't know if it's getting caught in the camera, but there's certain wrinkles here and there that I'm gonna just have to live with and probably redo at some point. But at least for the time being, this bike, I mean, check out this bike. Like, it looks so cool and good and so unique. And I was able to get the vinyl lettering done for the New Horizon, along with the QR code. That came out really, really good. I should have recorded all of that, like, because it's all those little nice details that I forgot to like add on. But in any case, though, that all came out really, really good. And again, like I said, there's certain spots that I'm probably gonna have to redo. You can see a little bit of white sticking out from here, just because it just didn't perfectly. I didn't get a perfect cut, so I'll have to redo this. And then this back piece is also really, really complicated. It's already starting to lift right in the crevices, so I'm gonna have to like definitely like redo this piece. This was the first piece that I had done, and so I was just trying to get a feel for how difficult it was, and it turned out to be like really, really difficult. So it's one of those, I'm gonna, like, by all means, like I said before, this is not perfect. This is my third time ever wrapping the fact that it came out half decent, I'm like actually just astonished. So yeah, it's one of those things that if you're deciding that you want to wrap your bike, it is possible even for a beginner, but it does require a ton of patience. Like, I kid you not, I had to have so much patience with this bike, more patience than I even had with the C8 Corvette, in doing all these different sections. And the video doesn't show me how many times I messed up. I messed up quite a few different times where I had to just take off the vinyl that I had tried on and just go a different route. So what you saw in the video was all the successful times, but for every successful time, there was also like, you know, 2 or 3 different times that I was just not getting it through. So that just goes to tell you how difficult this was. But the fact of the matter is that I was able to get this all done and figured out. And like, now I have the New Horizon bike and it looks really, really good. I'm super excited to go and take it to bike meets and everything and just like have a unique look that you don't really see that as often. I mean, you do see S1000s like all over the place, but the fact is I know there's not going to really be anybody that has this kind of orange S1000. So that's going to be a kind of unique thing that I'm like really looking forward to. But what do you guys think of this new color? Do you guys like it? Do you guys hate it? Should I just be going back to the original color? Like, I will say that I know I had wrapped over the OEM fairings and stuff. Eventually, I'm going to just get aftermarket fairings and wrap those, or just have aftermarket fairings that are just gonna be in the same kind of orange color. But I did wanna try out wrapping the bike and seeing how that went. Now, there is one piece that I had tried to do, I did multiple times, it just wasn't working out, and it was that front wheel cowl. That front wheel cowl, I was not able to get it figured out. And so I ended up kind of cheating and going with some carbon fiber bit right there in regards to the bike that I was just able to get off of eBay, just because I tried so many different times. It's just so complex of a curvature because it curves backwards like this, and then it curves to the sides as well, and it's just really hard to try to wrap that all in one go kind of deal. And even me trying to, even if I was to try to section this off, like do it in sections, it just wasn't going to come out good. It wasn't coming out good actually when I was trying it, so I kind of abandoned that and decided to just be like, hey, you know what, I'm just gonna throw some carbon fiber in there. And frankly, it's like, it looks really good. I'm pretty sure, depending, I might just actually take out all the different black pieces and put carbon fiber pieces in place of those eventually, but at least for now, like, that's one little bit of carbon fiber. I mean, if you guys have been part of the channel for any sort of time, you guys know that I am a big carbon fiber nut. So the fact that there's carbon fiber on this bike also, I mean, I'm all for it. It has a little bit of carbon fiber on the actual rear sets that come from OEM, but you guys know what I mean in regards to, like, you know, how much I like carbon fiber. But yeah, that is the BMW Wrapped. So I hope this inspired you guys if you're thinking of doing something similar for your ride and whatnot. And with that in mind, I think that's gonna wrap up today's video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please check out any of my other videos, and we'll see you next time. So take care, guys.